How's everybody doing? And thanks for tuning into this video by Wicked Warnings. Today we're talking about lifts, particularly our good friends here at Titan Lifts, which we now proudly distribute. And I wanted to take a little bit, show you the new motorcycle lift. This is our favorite version. You can get a couple different kinds, but this is the one that we have here in our shop, and this is the one we most often sell. This is the 1,000-pound basic motorcycle lift. It doesn't have the outskirts extensions on it. It doesn't have any fancy coupler in the front or chock. It's just your all-around powerhouse air-operated basic motorcycle lift. And I'm going to go over kind of the features with you right now. Alrighty, I panned out a little bit there, fisheye, so you can see the entire lift as it sits. The first thing I want to note is the front tray is adjustable. This whole front mechanism will slide forward or aft, depending on when you bolt it up. If you have short sport bikes, you can narrow this down a little bit, or if you have the big long choppers, you can stretch it all the way out. So there is some adjustment to the front table extension. Comes with 2 eye bolts right there as well for your straps to hold you down. Also comes with an adjustable chock, basic chock the way it is. Now, as I said, you can order upgrades if you want for the chock, but this is by far the easiest one I've found to work with and the fastest to get. The other thing you're going to notice is it has a dropout plate in the rear. That's for taking off the rear tire of your motorcycle. It has a solid plate right here you can remove to have a great big hole. It also has a roller plate in there in case you wanted to try to roll the rear tire while it's on the bike. We have the roller plate. The other thing is underneath here, you have your standard ramp. We also have an extended ramp that comes with it for the lower motorcycles. You may even find you might need a 2x12 on that, depending on the length and lowness of your particular bike. They give you a nice little carry handle to move it around. I don't particularly use that. I move it around myself by raising it and just grabbing it in the back there. Has some real heavy-duty steel wheels up front, and in the back has a nice solid piece of metal that sits on the floor. Comes with a safety lock and a foot pedal to operate it. It's just a basic air operation. I like it because there's no big power unit in the way. Now, if you don't have shop air, we can get a model with this with the electric power unit, but it's big and it kind of has to be hooked up to the machine, to the lift somewhere. So to me, it gets in the way and I prefer it this way. So let me raise it up and show it how it is. I will say this, before you raise it up, I like to take the ramps off. The lower ramp has hooks, so it can hang on the lift, but for all use, pop the ramps off. It makes it easier to raise up and you're not putting all that stress on the mount hooks right there. Just that easy. Once the bike's loaded, drop the ramps right there and you can operate your foot pedal to raise the lift. I'm going to go ahead and do this live so you can see just how fast it does come up. Now we're running just regular shop air, so I'll go ahead and put the foot pedal down here, show you what you're in for. Now if you let off, it'll continue to go up until you hit the down pedal and balance out the pressure. Okay, this pedal is one way, so if you wanted to lower a bike and walk away, you can lower it and walk away. You can also raise it accidentally and walk away. Do be careful to not do that. You want to put 100 PSI in this, no more. So I would put a regulator down here at 100, actually about 80 PSI, because you don't want to be feeding 150 pounds of shop pressure into this. It's not good for it. It's maximum 100. We'll go ahead and take it all the way up. Let's see there. Harder you push the pedal, the faster it's going to go up. Has a nice slower speed if you want. You don't need to go up that fast. Now, the next thing you're going to ask is, how high is it? Okay, about 34 inches right here, 34 inches to the top of the table. And for your length, let's go with total length here, just to show you. We're going to hook the back right here. And our front of the table is at about 95 inches. So it's just about 8 feet long and about 35 inches high. Puts it at a nice waist height. And as I said, they make fancier models with the long tables for each side. But personally, myself, I like to get up close to the motorcycle, especially when I'm cleaning it. So I don't really particularly like the side models like that. Again, just go ahead and lower it down and it'll come down all on its own after the air pressure bleeds out of the cylinder. And there you go. As I said, heavy-duty steel casters in the front, so a nice smooth floor is preferred. And now this is brand new. I have to go up and down about a dozen or so times. I'm sure it'll smooth out. You have a nice long hose on the foot pedal. You can get at least 3 feet away if you want. It says in the instructions you should be 3 feet away. Last thing I failed to mention as well is it does have a safety lock here on the red handles that'll fold down and lock the bike jack up. So you can go ahead, raise your bike, put down the safety lock, and lower it to lock that in place. So you'll never be working on it solely with the air supporting it. You always want to drop it down on the lock, and that way the lift takes the weight. Let us know if you want a lift like this. We can have it delivered right here to Naperville to our warehouse, and you can pick it up from Naperville. It comes on a long rectangular pallet. It's a little bit too heavy for 2 guys to lift up. So if you want to bring it, it would load into a pickup truck without a problem. But as I said, it's a bit much for only 2 men to lift. I don't know the exact weight. Let me get it for you. Alrighty, I just checked the pallet that it came in on. We were at 456 pounds. So if you got 2 guys that can handle a 456 pound pallet, bring 2. If you need 3 guys, bring 3. But as I said, it'll slide up into the back of a pickup truck without a problem. We can deliver it right here to our Naperville location, and you can pick it up there. We'll be doing future videos when we get in more product. We have a 2-post automotive lift we're going to be putting up, and we're going to do a nice feature film on that as well. And if you need anything from Titan, make sure to give us a call. This was one of our first videos about the Titan lift, and as you can see, I'm excited to get a motorcycle on it. I'll do another video once I get my Street Glide up on here, and give me a reason to wash it. Thanks again for tuning in to Wicked Warnings. I hope you enjoyed this kind of in-depth review. This particular model by Titan is an SDML-1000D. Fairly certain that stands for black and gray on the end. I do think they make this in a black and orange as well. We favor the gray here at Wicked Warnings, matches our branding. So, you know, if you wanted a different color, the black and orange, just simply email in and let us know. Again, this is the SDML-1000BG Titan Motorcycle Lift, air-operated motorcycle lift. Thanks again for watching Wicked Warnings. Make sure to get a hold of us at info@wickedwarnings.com if you want to put a piece of equipment like this in the back of your truck or on the floor in your garage. See you soon. Thanks for watching.